to get that kind of distorted rough area look, and this is very similar from like making the chipping surrounds. So like if I wanted to, let's see here. I'm just gonna, let's see, settings. I'm just gonna set my fringe width all the way here. So like if I wanted to make a chipping surround, what I would do is I'd jack the fringe width all the way up, and I'd grab this little D-shaped brush right here. Oop, that's not what I wanted to do. I would either grab this shape right here or this little bone shape right here. I like working with the D shape myself. But then what I do is I just come around the edge here, and because the brush is so small and so fuzzy, see, I'm putting it down and all I'm doing is adding fringe. I'm not adding actual green. And when you get to the bunkers with Boreal, morning Pithy, when you get to these Boreal bunkers, it's the exact same principle. So I will change to bunker, use that same little D shape, and now I'm just, let's do this little patch right in here. I'm just gonna go right around the outside of this bunker. Watch what happens. And if I want that, just one little click there. The first I saw anything of the fringe trick, Arctic Fury did it back in, God, I can't even remember what course, in TGC 1. And I tried to copy the technique for the Nest in the States, one of my contest courses back then, and it worked out okay. But it was a little sloppy. But so I always kind of had that in the back of my mind, and so I'm trying to figure out, because, you know, Pinehurst, you know, it's pretty much fairway and everything else. And they've got these, you know, massive waste areas that kind of evolve into the bunkers, and it kind of ties in together. So it's like, how do I recreate that look? And I mean, several people have tried it. I mean, I've seen a mixture of mulch, you know, different sort of bunker styles and whatever, but, you know, it's like we've got the perfect dirt texture for it already with these Boreal lips. So I'm like, what if? And it just kind of occurred to me on lunch, like, why don't I try this technique? You know, I hopped in, sure enough it worked, and I just kind of ran with it. Yeah. And yeah, I think he had to, too, because, again, a Cypress Dunes, that's a step course, and you don't have the pronounced bunker lips in step as you do in Boreal. Now, the other thing that made this work on Nisita is my fairway shapes were just as equally rough and ragged. It's not like a clean spline here, because the one thing you got to be careful with if you're getting close to, say, you know, your rough or your light rough, watch what happens. I'm just going to do one click with the bunker brush here. See how that all of a sudden just cut off my fairway? And you can't see the bunker there, but it just chewed right into the fairway because the bunker will overlap the fairway. So you got to be a little careful if you're going to create a clean edge with your fairway. I was able to get away with it with Nacita because I was doing rough edges for the fairways as it was. So, all right. So yeah, then basically I'd just kind of go and carry out that style. I'd come back through here. And then it's just kind of eyeballing it. And if you're doing it away from the bunker lips, no, it doesn't. Yeah, that dark brown lip stays regardless. So let's just go ahead and change the texture right now. Bunker color changes, but the lip stays the same. But now you can do this too without a bunker in sight. It'll take a little while for it to come in, and I will actually go a couple of clicks larger on the brush to kind of help me out here. But just say I want just a random patch of bare dirt. Draw it in. See, it barely did anything, but I will just keep tracing around and watch what's going to happen here. It's getting bigger. So I can go through and I can just put in a random patch of bare dirt right there without even having a bunker. I mean, if you get a couple of your bunker, these little brushes too close together, you'll start seeing the lighter sandy areas appear. And actually, that's a nice way to add a little extra contrast too. Yeah, all of a sudden, if your plants are auto-gen, they will go away. So, like, I go through here. You might not even see bare ground, but watch what's going to happen to those plants. Yeah, you lose the auto-gen plants with the bunker lip. And actually, for me at Nacita, that was partly a godsend because there were so many auto-gen ferns in there, it just drove me nuts. Hey, who that? Well, like I said, I mean, it's basically the same idea as the fringe trick to create tripping surrounds. It just applied in a different manner. And I haven't tried it out at anything other than Boreal. I think Boreal, you're going to have your best success with it because you've got these big, gaudy bunker lips. And that's basically what we're doing. Very similarly to how we exploit a big fringe texture to create a surround. We're exploiting these big, pouty bunker lips to create the dirt. So is that just the putting course? You got the whole shooting... the whole shooting match is out. St. Cyrus. Very cool, Pithy. But yeah, then the go back through and the way I completed the look is because obviously, I mean, you look like something like Pinehurst, and they've... I mean, not only that, you've got the dirt there, but you got all these, you know, like... native tuft grasses and whatever kind of poking out. Seems like the only grass in Boreal that draws at a good enough distance to make it look good is this bottom left one right here. and it won't draw as far on my PS4 as it would on PC, but even here, I mean, I'm just going to go cycle through the grasses. I mean, obviously, reeds aside, but look at the other grasses. None of them draw. Only that bottom left one draws from any sort of distance. So then I just use that grass and just kind of spam it in there, and that's kind of how I created the look there on the Cetus. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'll go ahead and show you that quick again. Yeah, no problem.